The fluorescent hum of the break room was a dull roar, but the clinking of bottles and the excited chatter of my colleagues cut through it. It was truth or dare night at our team dinner, and the target was Leo, my newest intern. He'd been bragging about a hot date a couple of nights ago, and it turned out his mystery woman was Jade, the receptionist from my girlfriend's firm. That night, under the soft glow of the string lights, with a cheap bottle of rosé and some gummy bears, Jade didn't just light up my world. She torched what was left of my cynical heart. She changed my life, and in doing so, utterly wrecked me. It wasn't just a physical thing, not entirely. It felt like destiny, a connection forged in the fires of shared struggle. I'd been adrift in New York for 300 days, finally pulling off a miracle, taking a company account from zero to over $1 million in revenue. I was ready to pitch my next big idea to Mr. Sterling, the big boss. I walked into his office, a thick proposal binder clutched in my hand, but before I could even open my mouth, he was polishing a golf club with a Sterling Holdings logo etched on it. "Hot shot," he drawled. "This account. I'm moving it to our LA branch." The rest of his words blurred. All I saw was his cracked, dry lips moving, opening and closing. Basically, I had two choices. Move to LA and keep managing the account. This felt like jumping into a pit of vipers. The LA team would send one of their own to assist, and I'd be looking at a pink slip sooner rather than later. Stay in New York and switch departments. That meant starting from scratch, another grind to prove myself. Mr. Sterling took a long sip of his artisanal tea. "Think about it, son." I smiled and nodded. "Will do, Mr. Sterling. Big things start small, right? Guess I'm still the grunt doing the heavy lifting." I grabbed my laptop and headed downstairs to the corner store, buying a pack of Marlboros. Sitting on the curb, puffing away, I missed my old crew. I called Ace from Vegas, my buddy who once offered to find me a $2,000 a night kind of love. Ace was panting on the other end. "Give me an hour, man, just wrapped up a, meeting. Call you back." "Some friends you don't need." I hung up, deciding to finish my cigarette and head home. My office building was right by Grand Central. I rented a tiny 100 square foot studio in the East Village for $2,800 a month. My daily commute took me through endless dog parks, where the pavement was always dotted with surprises. Just as I was about to butt out my cigarette, I heard a clack. My eyes landed on a pair of sleek, black high-heeled boots. Slim ankles, calves encased in sheer black stockings. Her body heat seemed to radiate, warming my gaze, a blush creeping up my face. As my eyes reached her knees, she quickly knelt down. "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't see your phone there." That's when I finally saw her face. Small lips, a button nose, an oval face framed by round glasses, her hair in a messy bun. Not a showstopper, but fresh, inviting. Her outfit and face felt oddly familiar. I shook my head. No worries. Who leaves their phone on the ground anyway? Later, she asked if I was fishing for numbers. I told her no, I was just smoking on the curb, and my phone didn't fit in my pocket. "It was fate," she'd said. "How much was it?" $500. "Can you do installments?" My stomach rumbled. She heard it. "Didn't you eat dinner?" "Overtime again." "I haven't eaten either. Let's grab a bite and talk." She led me down a narrow alley to a hole-in-the-wall hot pot place, the kind New Yorkers call a dive. Booths circled a steaming pot, the owner constantly refilling it with skewers of meat and veggies. You grabbed a sesame paste bowl, picked what you wanted from the pot, and paid by the stick. This was the late-night canteen of the working class. We each ordered a cheap beer and started talking. Her name was Jade Chen, from Sichuan, hadn't been in New York long. She worked at a Cantonese restaurant nearby. Tonight, she dealt with some clueless customers arguing their kanji wasn't authentic, refusing to pay. That's when it clicked. There was a Cantonese place near my office, famous for its clay pot kanji and fermented bean curd water spinach. I often took clients there because the ambience was surprisingly decent. I found myself complaining to her too. A year of blood, sweat, and tears for that account, and now Mr. Sterling wanted me to hand it over. I had no idea what to do. Two lost souls in the flickering neon of a New York dive, using our woes to soothe each other's. I agreed to her installment plan for the phone, $100 a month for 5 months. Before we parted ways, she ducked into the convenience store and bought 2 big fruit jellies. She handed me one. When I'm down, I eat these. I asked, "Does it make you happy?" She laughed. "Nah, but the pain of being broke drowns out the sadness." She then added, "See, I used to crave Häagen-Dazs when I was sad, but now I can only afford fruit jelly. So, yeah, gotta make bank to afford being sad." That last part, I knew, was the real truth. The deadline and the diagnosis. The next day, it was business as usual. Mr. Sterling was on a call in his office, feet propped up on his desk. I, nursing a dark under-eye circle and an iced Americano, pondered my options. I messaged Jade on WeChat, feeling like a steer heading to the slaughterhouse. She typed back, giggling emojis. "So, you wanna go out with a bang or a slow, electric shock?" Me. "Jade. Come on, focus on your condemned friend here." Jade. "Condemned? Then fight for a pardon, dummy." I slammed my hand on my keyboard. "Damn it, Master Jade. I get it. I can buy myself some time. If I can land a New York project in the next month, I can probably avoid the LA transfer." I stood outside Mr. Sterling's office and knocked 3 times. "Mr. Sterling, I've decided to go with the LA project. However, I'd like to use this month to assess the account's full potential and refine some operational details." He nodded. "No problem, son. Always thorough. I'll make the call to LA." I went back to my desk and messaged Jade. "Pardon granted. For now." Jade. "Congrats. How's my favorite guru gonna reward me?" Me. "Dinner tonight." Jade. "Self-reward, much?" Me. "Okay, dinner, then ice cream." Jade. "Häagen-Dazs, then." We met at the hot pot place that night. Jade held up her beer bottle, recounting her restaurant adventures. After dinner, I took her for Häagen-Dazs. "This sweetness," she said, "finally covers up the bitterness." I replied, "To me, it tastes like fruit jelly." Jade. "That's because you can afford both. I can only afford fruit jelly. Saying that sounds so bitter, you know?" After that night, Jade and I grew closer. I'd send her pictures of the stray cats in Central Park, naming each one. She'd livestream from her restaurant, regaling me with office dramas. The owner's wife fighting with the mistress, the manager in cahoots with a server. Mostly, we were each other's emotional dumpsters. New York had over 20 million residents, but no one seemed willing to genuinely listen. The Grand Central subway station was a blur of hurried faces, everyone plugged into their earbuds. Live and let live, avoid the noise. Human pain might not get a response, but it must be heard. Sometimes, Jade and I would be so overwhelmed, we'd just vent, completely ignoring the other. As the 1-month deadline to find a New York project loomed, my editors and I scrambled, chasing every lead. With just 10 days left, hope was fading. To make matters worse, all the late-night overtime had messed up my stomach. It wasn't just intermittent pain, everything tasted bitter. I bought a tub of Häagen-Dazs. It still tasted bitter. I went to the doctor. He said I needed an endoscopy. 2 options, regular or painless. Painless required anesthesia and a family member present. I'd always been a coward when it came to pain, so painless it was. I called Jade. "Hey, I need an endoscopy the day after tomorrow, with anesthesia. They need a family member there." Without hesitation, Jade said, "I'll go with you." A new life, a bitter twist. The New York project was still stuck. I was blunt with my editors. Less than 10 days. If nothing moves, it's LA or a department transfer. Pick one. 2 days later, Jade and I were at the hospital. The doctor asked Jade, relationship to the patient. I was about to say sister, but Jade cut in, girlfriend. After the endoscopy, the doctor said it was nothing serious, but I needed to eat on time, 3 meals a day, and lay off the sodas for a while. I'd be fine. Outside the hospital, I told Jade, the grace period is almost up. 8 days left. If nothing changes, I'm off to LA. Jade said, giving up so soon? Want me to give you some motivation? Me, what kind of motivation? Jade, if you can keep this account in New York, I'll be your girlfriend. 8 days later, Jade and I were living together. The phone installment plan? Consider it paid. I managed to keep the account in New York, still working with the same team. But it wasn't my brilliance, it was pure luck. Jade had asked, so, you found a partner in New York? I shook my head. No. The LA boss. He shot himself in the foot. He plagiarized a sponsored ad from a major brand. Now there's a huge lawsuit. He got fired. La's a mess. Mr. Sterling said to wait until things stabilize there before sending new projects. Jade nodded, half understanding, half confused. Well, be careful not to make the same mistake. After moving in with Jade, the bitterness in my mouth vanished. Every morning, there were perfectly boiled eggs and toast. Our tiny 100-square-foot studio was cramped but always clean and tidy. My only concern was the noise we made at night disturbing our neighbors, but otherwise, I was content. Jade was a catalyst in my life. Soon after, my team landed a brand planning project for a Fortune 500 company. We became famous overnight, signing a contract with a top-tier MCN. Projects poured in. Our department grew from 3 to 8 people. My salary naturally climbed, and Mr. Sterling started taking me more seriously. 2 months later, we moved into a bigger apartment, with our own bathroom and kitchen. More importantly, I could be as loud as I wanted without worrying about bothering anyone. Cracks in the foundation. Living with Jade, I realized how tough her restaurant job was. Long hours, low pay, constantly dealing with difficult customers. Her hands were always scarred from hot pots of kanji. She'd often mutter, "Tomorrow, I quit." I kept an eye out for suitable positions at my company. When our receptionist announced her pregnancy, I introduced Jade to HR. After her interview, HR messaged me, "Perfect fit." I knew my recommendation helped, but at least Jade finally had a decent, less physically demanding job. Our company had a strict no fraternization policy, so Jade and I agreed to keep our distance at work. No unnecessary contact. Our work schedules finally synced up. Even when I worked late, she'd often bring me food, quietly sitting at the reception desk. Then, about 20 minutes before I was done, she'd head home to prepare fruit. On weekends, we explored every corner of New York, from Central Park to the High Line, the Met to the Brooklyn Bridge. Jade even opened a joint bank account with her ID, with 2 cards, one for each of us. Every month, we'd transfer 20% of our salaries into it, our wedding fund. My department was thriving. Ethan, one of my editors, a native New Yorker from a well-off family, matured quickly. He wasn't lazy or stubborn like some locals. His writing was fresh, witty, positive, and engaging. My career and my love life were both flourishing. I felt like I was finally getting closer to the life I'd always wanted. For Thanksgiving, I took Jade home to meet my parents. My mom invited all our relatives, filling 2 large tables. Jade busied herself in the kitchen, chopping vegetables, serving dishes. My relatives praised her, calling her hardworking and sweet. That night, my mom came into my room, holding a red box, a mysterious look on her face. She pulled out a thick red envelope and pressed it into Jade's hand. "This is our tradition, dear." Before Jade could refuse, my mom opened the box, took out a clear jade bracelet, and slipped it onto Jade's wrist. "Leo, look, it fits perfectly. This bracelet was your grandma's. She gave it to me when I got married. Now it's for your girlfriend. It fits perfectly, a sign you two are meant to be." The party game and the ugly truth. On the drive back to New York, I dreamt of our married life, but I never imagined the twist would be so utterly disgusting. After the Thanksgiving break, Jade became a different person. She'd come home at 1 or 2 a.m., sometimes not at all. When I asked, she'd say she was networking with colleagues. As a receptionist, she needed to build good relationships, otherwise people would look down on her. I couldn't argue. Every time I was woken up in the middle of the night, I'd wonder if this was really the woman I wanted to marry. Luckily, my surging career consumed all my time and energy. I worked late, revising drafts, pretending everything was fine. I was like an ostrich, burying my head in the sand as the storm approached. But a simple party game blew my illusion away. After landing a huge $600,000 project, I invited my team to a live house for drinks and truth or dare. Ethan spun the bottle, and it landed on me first. He smirked. "Leo, do you have any friends with benefits?" I answered without hesitation. "No." Everyone gasped. "No way. Really?" I said, "Really? Do you?" Ethan chuckled, completely at ease. "Yeah, I do. It's Jade, the receptionist from our company." The room dissolved into a kaleidoscope of blurry lights, the size of wash basins. The world seemed to be glitching, even my hearing distorted. I could only vaguely hear Ethan's voice. Her moans, changing positions all night, her technique. I don't know what else they said. I kept drinking, alone. Someone tried to stop me, someone tried to grab my glass, so I grabbed the bottle and drank straight from it. My last memory was Ethan asking where I lived. I told him to take me back to the office. I'd sleep on the sofa. I woke up on the office sofa the next morning. Ethan was sitting next to me. Hearing me stir, he stood up and poured me a glass of water. He looked helpless. "Leo, man, I asked where you lived last night, but you insisted on coming back here. You were so wasted, I couldn't leave you alone, so I stayed." I looked at him, my protégé, the man who had slept with my girlfriend. I didn't know how to be angry. I took a gulp of water. "Take the day off. Go home and rest." I opened WeChat. Jade had messaged me at 3 a.m. "Still at the office, Bull." Huh. I bet she was still at the office. With someone else, fighting vigorously until 3 a.m. At work, Jade looked at me from the reception desk. A moment later, a WeChat message popped up. "Why didn't you reply last night? You go out every night, and it's fine." "I stay out one night, and it's a problem." A long silence, then Jade replied, "No problem. I'll come home right after work tonight. I need to talk to you." That night, I confronted Jade. "You slept with Ethan, didn't you?" Jade. "Yes." "Me? Anyone else?" Jade. "No. Me. Anyone else?" Jade. "I said no. Whether it's 1 or 10, what's the difference?" Jade sat on the bed, nonchalantly scrolling on her phone. I lunged at her like a mad dog, pinning her down. As my lips neared hers, I stopped, rushing to the bathroom to vomit. Too much alcohol last night, nothing to eat all day. My stomach felt like a blender. Jade helped me wash my face, helped me to bed, and cooked a bowl of kanji. I held her hand. "Can we go back to how things were?" Jade nodded, tears streaming down her face. She didn't beg, didn't say she was sorry, but I forgave her. I told myself, she'd never been in this kind of social circle before. It was just new to her. After that, Jade changed. She came straight home after work. She planted more greenery on the windowsill. I didn't have to worry about being woken up in the middle of the night, and in the mornings, there was always a steaming hot breakfast. I started looking at wedding dresses again. Everything seemed to be back to normal, but it felt almost too perfect, too fake. The plagiarism and the payoff. After sorting things out with Jade, I immediately dived into a massive project. A famous liquor brand wanted to collaborate with a public account for a cultural event at the New York Public Library. The budget was generous, the profit margins high, and it would significantly boost our brand value. After several rounds of competition, we finally beat our biggest rival, Zeus Innovations, to clinch the deal. The event went smoothly. The final task was to write an article about daughters sharing a drink with their fathers. Near the end of the year, I decided to do a UGC, user-generated content, campaign. The theme was daughters' love for their fathers, mostly centered around liquor. We invited our followers to share heartwarming, interesting stories about drinking with their dads. Jade saw me writing the draft and insisted I interview her. Soon after, she sent me a snippet. When I was in kindergarten, I saw my dad sweating every day. I always wanted to do something for him. Every night, my dad would drink. One day, I saw the empty bottle of white liquor on the table. So, with my lucky money, I went to the supermarket and bought a bottle of white liquor. At dinner, Dad picked up the bottle to pour a drink, only to see it was empty. He looked disappointed. I triumphantly took out a bottle of white liquor from my room and handed it to him. Dad took the bottle, surprised, and poured half a glass. He frowned, saying, "Good liquor," while rubbing my head, praising me for being a good girl. It wasn't until I was in second grade that I remembered that day. I didn't buy liquor, I bought white vinegar. The piece was genuine, surprising, and touching. I immediately decided to use it. Jade even winked. "Give me some special treatment, okay? Make sure you use my story. I want my dad to see me write about him." I agreed instantly. We collected hundreds of stories, chose 20, and published them in a post. The response was incredible. Readership quickly surpassed 100,000. The company and the liquor manufacturer were thrilled. I thought the project would end successfully. Our department even threw a celebratory party, waiting for the final payment. 2 hours later, however, the support team discovered the article had been reported for plagiarism and removed by the platform. The company was in chaos. As the main writer, I was undoubtedly the biggest culprit. Upon closer inspection, the accuser was our arch-rival, Zeus Innovations. I immediately convened a meeting with my editors to pinpoint the problematic content. We finally found it: Jade's paragraph. Zeus Innovations had published that exact paragraph 2 months ago, and Jade's version hadn't changed a single punctuation mark. Our relationship with Zeus was already strained. They seized the opportunity to blow it up. The internet was abuzz, lambasting me and our account. "No ideas. Don't write. Steal from others and blame your fans. So clever." I knew there was no way out this time. I apologized to the liquor producer, offering to compensate them with 2 free promotional articles. I told my boss I'd take full responsibility. I remembered the fate of the LA boss, fired instantly, blacklisted from the entire industry. That was equivalent to a career death sentence. When I got home, Jade, bright and cheerful, asked, "Want some jelly?" I didn't know if she was genuinely clueless or truly evil. I asked, "That paragraph you gave me, was it copied from Zeus Innovations?" She nodded. "Yeah. What's wrong?" "Me, you pretended to be the innocent, loving girlfriend, all for this moment, didn't you? It's exactly what you wanted. I'll be blacklisted from the industry soon. I'm leaving New York." She opened her eyes wide. "Why? What happened?" "I really don't know." I laughed. "How the LA boss got fired, how serious plagiarism is, I told you myself. Now you've used it against me." I continued, "Because of your paragraph, our competitor accused us of plagiarism." Jade cried. "I'm so sorry. I saw my childhood story was so similar to that one, but they wrote it so well, so I just used it. I really wanted my dad to see me write about him." I didn't say anything else. I believed her, because I was too tired, too exhausted to doubt, too weary to argue. I handled all the subsequent work and submitted my resignation. My boss told me that since I hadn't carefully vetted the follower-submitted content and it wasn't intentional plagiarism, they wouldn't blacklist me from the industry, leaving me a way out. A new chapter. After losing my job, I started trying my hand at writing novels. My apartment lease was up in a month. If this didn't work, I'd move back home. While researching for my novel, I found a website hosting a writing competition with substantial prizes. $200,000 for first place, $100,000 for second, $50,000 for third. I decided to dedicate a month to writing for the competition, practicing my writing skills, and seeing if I could earn some living expenses. I gave Jade a month to find her own place. Living together after the breakup was torture. I had to sleep on the living room sofa. Jade became even more unrestrained, often coming home after midnight, sometimes not at all. One day, while tidying her cosmetics on the table, she saw my computer screen. "Are you entering a novel writing competition?" I nodded.
Yeah.
She asked, "Can I read what you've written?" Me. "No," she said. "Don't get me wrong. I just want to see if there's any trace of me in it." I softened again. Even after being hurt several times, I knew her cruelty, but I couldn't forget the vibrant world she brought into my life when we first met. "I'll let you read the first draft after I finish it." Once I actually started writing the novel, I realized writing wasn't hard, but an ending was incredibly difficult. I wrote 5 different endings, but none felt right. The night before Jade moved out, I sent her the first draft. I politely said, "By the way, any suggestions for revisions?" She asked, "Am I the first one to read it? Who else did you send it to?" "Me, an old reader, a high school classmate, and 2 friends." She said, "Oh, okay." The last word. She sat there, reading, then finally looked up. "I love the last line," she said, her voice soft. "My dearest love, I hope we never meet again." "Those are the words I want to say to you," I replied, the bitterness a familiar taste now. "I hope we never meet again," she echoed. I watched as a car pulled up to collect her luggage. It was Ethan's SUV. I opened my laptop, updating my long-neglected social media. This was my most desolate winter. Lost my job, lost my love, lost myself. I titled the novel Goodbye, My Dearest. I revised it 3 times, then finally sent it off. After submitting the manuscript, I packed my belongings and moved back to Allentown, Pennsylvania, renting a small studio apartment. My phone stayed silent, messages unanswered. I decided to take a few months off, wanting to reset, like a computer restarting, clearing all the junk files, forgetting Jade, forgetting New York. Jade and Ethan's social media presence became increasingly synchronized. First, posts from the same location, then photos of the same scenic spots, and finally, direct couple selfies. I knew then that the no fraternization rule only applied to guys like me, the out-of-towners who couldn't survive in New York without a steady job. I stayed holed up in Allentown for a month, finally getting some good news. The website contacted me. My novel won 3rd place, a $50,000 prize. The public announcement was a month away, and unless there were special circumstances, I'd receive the money the following month. I posted the good news on my social media. Jade liked the post. 2 days later, the website called again. "Mr. Stevens, your submission, Goodbye, My Dearest, has been flagged for plagiarism. The judging panel will review it, and if plagiarism is confirmed, the prize will be revoked." This was my work. I had the outlines, the character bias, the 5 revised endings on my computer. I explained it all to the staff. They said the judging panel would make a fair decision based on the accuser's evidence and told me to wait for their notification. This plunged me into utter despair. I started having insomnia again, my stomach cramps returning with a vengeance. I grabbed my bags and decided to go home. The moment I walked in, my mom exclaimed, "Leo, you're back. Isn't Jade busy at the shop?" I was bewildered. "Jade? Shop? What are you talking about?" After a long explanation, I found out that shortly after I left New York, Jade had told my mom we were planning to open a small restaurant there and asked my mom for $50,000. My mom had tried to call me, but I hadn't picked up. Jade told her I was busy with my project and it was fine to just deal with her directly. When my mom went to the bank to transfer the money, the teller even reminded her to be careful with large sums and kept confirming, "Is this for Jade?" My mom had proudly said, "Yes, that's my daughter-in-law." Just as my mom finished telling me this, the website's message popped up. "Dear Mr. Stevens, your submission, Goodbye, My Dearest, has been confirmed as plagiarism. The platform has decided to revoke your eligibility and will publicly announce this misconduct. The announcement will be made in 3 days." "Excuse me," I typed back, "could you please send me the evidence of plagiarism?" They sent me a link to an article posted 5 days before I submitted my manuscript. "The author of this piece accused you. Your work is almost identical, except for the ending and a few minor details." I clicked the link. The ending read, "My dearest love, I hope we never meet again." I laughed, a bitter, hollow sound. Of course, it was almost identical. It was my damn draft. I went to the website, intending to see the official announcement, but instead, I saw +99 next to my message icon. I clicked. Every single message was a vulgar, hate-filled rant. Even without an official announcement, how did so many people know my work had been disqualified for plagiarism? There was a highly upvoted post with the ID Plagiarism Slayer. After cross-referencing the content and posting time, it was confirmed I had plagiarized. And the accuser was, once again, Jade. Suddenly, so many things clicked into place. Jade and I weren't star-crossed lovers. It was a long conspiracy. I could tolerate her deceit and her cheating. I could even forgive her betrayal. But destroying my work and scamming my mom? That crossed the line. The kindness and generosity I had shown before were because I thought we had loved each other. Now, I felt no mercy. I called Jade. I'm out of New York. What's the point of pushing me like this? Still acting, she scoffed. I'm at work. How am I pushing you? Didn't you accuse me of plagiarism? Didn't you swindle money from my mom? Your mom's money. I borrowed it. I'll pay it back when I have it. As for plagiarism, I don't know anything about that. Are you still pretending? The content of that plagiarism accusation. It was the draft I sent you. You sent that draft to 5 people. Who knows who framed you? Please, stop acting. In your eyes, am I that kind of person? That draft. I sent it to 5 people, true, I interrupted. But out of the 5 endings I wrote, only the one I sent to you had the ending, "My dearest love, I hope we never meet again." Jade fell silent. So what if it was me? Do you have proof? Your prize is revoked anyway. That $50,000 prize should be mine. I didn't retaliate. Not because I couldn't, but because I was a better person than her. She had now exhausted all the goodwill I had left for her. I logged back onto the website and wrote a clarifying post. I had to admit, Jade was meticulous in her maliciousness. The link to her post was timestamped 6:32 a.m., the day after she received my draft. I could imagine her, at Ethan's place, rearranging things all night, probably didn't even have breakfast before posting my draft online. But she didn't know that on the night she moved out of my apartment, out of sheer sadness, I had posted an entry on my personal account, which I hadn't updated in 6 months. My timestamp was 8 hours earlier than hers. I sent the link to the website staff and wrote an explanatory article. Everyone was fascinated by the story of the vengeful ex-girlfriend stealing my work. It quickly topped the website's trending list. Some even started demanding updates. After the judging panel reviewed it, my work was reinstated to its original ranking. Jade's account was banned. However, this wasn't enough. Jade was still in New York, living with her rich, native New Yorker boyfriend. I remembered our first meeting, her theory about fruit jelly and Häagen-Dazs. I had been her Häagen-Dazs then, but when Ethan appeared, I became the fruit jelly. When she could have Häagen-Dazs, she'd never choose fruit jelly. I knew she wouldn't stop at Ethan. She had swindled my mom out of $50,000 and now wanted my $50,000 prize money. Suddenly needing so much money surely had a reason. The most logical explanation was that she had a higher target, requiring more investment. A plan, a borrowed knife to kill, formed in my mind. The first step was to find out who Jade's next target was. I used her phone number to search for her on various social media platforms. Her recent posts offered no clues, just endless displays of affection with Ethan. Weibo was full of cosmetic surgery retweets. Video platforms showed only her selfies. Finally, I found a picture on her Weibo, a selfie on a golf course. The golf club brand was intentionally visible in the corner, with 3 letters, SIM. This was my boss's favorite golf club brand. The cheapest of these clubs cost $20,000. So, her ambitions had reached this level. Now that I'd identified her next target, I didn't need to lift a finger. I called Ethan. "Hey, Ethan, how are things with you and Jade?" "Thanks for asking, Leo," Ethan replied. "Jade's amazing. I'm thinking of introducing her to my parents soon." That's great, I said. Leo, why are you asking about Jade first, not me? Can't I care about my ex-girlfriend a little? There was a long silence on the other end. Leo, what are you joking about? I'm not joking. Jade's my ex-girlfriend. Leo, I'm so sorry, I really didn't know. I told Ethan everything. Don't worry, I'm not here to mess with you. I'm here to help. You mean, she's still seeing other guys? Precisely. She's climbing the ladder, and you're just a stepping stone for her. No wonder she's been acting weird lately, Ethan mumbled. Weird how? I asked. After Jade and I started dating, I took some time off from the company. Since then, I've gone to the project office nearby many times, but I never saw her at the reception desk. She said the boss needed her to run errands outside. I thought to myself, she wasn't lying. Playing golf with him certainly counted as work. Ethan continued, she also asked to borrow $100,000 from me, saying she wanted to renovate her family home. Did you lend it to her? I asked. I was planning to go home and get it in a few days, he replied. Never give her the money. In the next few days, keep an eye on her and our old boss's whereabouts. I hung up. The rest was up to Ethan. That night, Ethan called me back. Leo, she wasn't working. I saw her walking into an apartment building with the boss, arm in arm. You haven't confronted her yet, have you? I asked. No, he said. How do you plan to handle it? I want to break up, but I can't swallow this. I'm fine, but you, my mentor, lost your job. Your family's $50,000 is still with her, not to mention your mom's jade bracelet. Then let's destroy her, I said. Destroy her? Kill her? No, I corrected. More painful than death is watching a dream about to come true shatter. Whatever she wants, we'll ruin it. I understand, Ethan said. So, first, we need to know why she needs so much money. You know more than I do, I replied. Through careful investigation, Ethan finally determined that Jade needed the money for cosmetic surgery. I opened her Weibo. No wonder it was filled with so much plastic surgery information. Suddenly, everything made sense. My boss, who built his empire from nothing in New York, was now surrounded by internet-famous trophy wives. Jade wanted to alter her appearance to his liking, to secure a better position. And Ethan and I were just steps on her ladder. Once her objective was clear, dealing with her became easier. On one hand, I had Ethan tell Jade that his family's business was tight on cash, asking her to help him borrow money and promising to repay it immediately once their capital flow stabilized. On the other hand, I called Ace, who was still adrift in Vegas, and asked him to recommend some loan sharks with the most creative collection methods possible. What's up, man? Short on cash? Ace asked. Dude, avoid those kinds of loans if you can. Nah, I said. My ex-girlfriend swindled my mom out of $50,000. Ace understood. He was reliable. 10 minutes later, he texted me 5 contacts. These are the ones I borrowed from before. Their collection methods are brutal. That naked photo you got last time? That was from the second company on the list. I replied, got it. I sent one of the loan shark contacts to Ethan, instructing him to tell Jade 2 things. The loan could only be used with an agricultural bank card, and to text me as soon as the money was disbursed. These 2 instructions were crucial to getting my mom's money back. There was a time I wanted to marry her. Every day, I'd look at wedding photo styles, honeymoon itineraries. We even had a joint wedding fund card, using her ID. She had the main card, I had the secondary. Under Ethan's guidance and promises, Jade borrowed $200,000. She was thrilled, believing that once Ethan's family business bounced back, she'd be repaid in full. So, why not borrow more? That was her nature. If it was free Häagen-Dazs, why not have a few extra scoops? The next morning, I stood guard at the agricultural bank ATM. Ethan texted me. I quickly operated the machine, constantly withdrawing money. The daily withdrawal limit was $50,000, just enough to get my mom's money back. The money I'd put in before, Consider it feeding the dogs. As soon as I finished, my phone rang. It was Jade, screaming, "Leo, what the F asterisk asterisk asterisk? Are you even a man? This is robbery." "You can go to the police," I calmly replied. "This is the money you owe my mom. There's still tens of thousands of my own money in that card that I haven't even accounted for yet. You bastard. I'll make your life a living hell." "I'm waiting," I said. "But I think your life is about to become hell." She had jumped into the first hole. She was so eager to catch up to the boss's lifestyle, she wouldn't have time to think and would quickly fall into the second one. Ethan's cousin was a plastic surgeon. Ethan, seizing the opportunity, introduced her to Jade. "Girlfriend's getting surgery," he said, suggesting he accompany Jade through the entire process. Jade had 3 procedures: double eyelid surgery, nose job, and breast augmentation. The operations went smoothly. After her recovery, I told Ethan to inform her that his family's business was stable and he had repaid all the loans. Coincidentally, Jade also felt it was time to break up with Ethan. He agreed, since he hadn't actually repaid any loans. The boss's shadow began to appear on Jade's social media. First, just his hand, then finally his entire body. I knew this was the time for the final move. To prove my innocence before, I had written a piece about my feelings for Jade that topped the trending searches on the website. This time, I decided to rewrite everything, not just about me, but about Ethan too. I exposed the entire process: her affair, her swindling money, her scheming to become the boss's wife. It was incredibly detailed, leaving out nothing but her social security number. Ethan and I shared the post on our social media. Many former colleagues reposted it. One even messaged me, "You're brutal, man." The boss smashed his MacBook screen in Jade's office. Jade was discarded by the boss. She was constantly hounded by calls from the loan sharks, her phone bombarded with harassing messages. Colleagues, relatives, and friends all knew about her debts and being cast aside by the boss. This wasn't punishment yet. This was just the beginning. She could still repeat her old tricks and rise again. The real punishment would take more time. Before that, I had to reassure my mom. I received an express package from New York. As soon as I signed for it, I got a message from Ethan. "Leo, she doesn't deserve such a precious family heirloom. Sorry doesn't cut it. Anyway, thanks for mentoring me. I'll never forget it. Good luck." I opened the package. Inside was the ancestral jade bracelet my mom had given to Jade. I brought the $50,000 and the bracelet home. My mom saw the large stack of cash. "Did you make a lot of money?" "No," I said. "Jade repaid you, Mom." "Why cash? Isn't a transfer easier?" "We broke up," I explained. "She paid me like this for convenience." She also returned the bracelet. "You kids," my mom sighed, "don't appreciate each other." "Just not meant to be, Mom. Jade was a good girl. You didn't break her heart, did you?" "Don't worry, Mom," I said. "I'm not a good person, but I definitely wouldn't do anything bad." A month later, Jade's true punishment arrived. Ethan sent me a photo of Jade, her head tilted back, the tip of her nose black, like a dog's nose. Before Jade's surgery, I had told Ethan that if the budget was insufficient, she should use mid-grade materials and a mid-grade doctor. And it just so happened that it was done at his cousin's clinic, with him accompanying her throughout the process. Nothing unexpected happened. It was all planned. Ethan had tampered with the fake nose. The black tip only affected aesthetics, not her health. She could continue to live by her own labor, but she could no longer rely on men to achieve her Haagen-Dazs dreams. In truth, from the very beginning, I had been deceiving myself. In Jade's eyes, there was no accidental meeting that night, no longing for a happy marriage. There was only precise calculation. I used to frequently take clients to the Cantonese restaurant where she worked, spending a considerable amount. That day, after her shift, she saw me smoking, my phone on the ground. She didn't hesitate to step on it, cracking the screen. After striking up a conversation and developing a relationship, she constantly hinted at wanting a new job. After visiting my family home, She felt my family's financial situation wasn't up to her standards. Or perhaps she never cared about my family's conditions at all, merely using me to gain access to higher quality men, like the young, native New Yorker, Ethan. To be with Ethan, and to keep her secrets hidden, she couldn't help but force me out of New York, ruining my career and life. To be with the boss, she couldn't help but discard Ethan, borrowing money for plastic surgery to climb higher. She was truly ruthless and determined. She only made one mistake, trying to break my pen. If not for that, perhaps she would have truly succeeded. I deleted everything related to New York, as if I had never been there. I left my youthful passion, innocence, and romance behind in New York. Now, I don't 996, work 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 6 days a week. I don't squeeze onto subways, and I don't have many grand desires. So, I can only retreat into the embrace of my hometown. I will never miss the late-night street food stalls. I will never hate the dog poop on the streets of the East Village. I will never smoke Marlboros again. I tried to start a new life. I put my phone down on the ground, squatting by the roadside in Allentown, smoking a ginseng cigarette. A pair of high heels stopped in front of me. I looked up. A girl with long hair. She said, "Don't leave your phone like that. It's easy for things to happen." I put my phone in my pocket. "Thanks," I said. I continued walking forward. I stood up and watched her retreating figure, then turned around and stamped out my cigarette. Indeed, if there's no premeditated plan, there's basically no story.